Those are all with almost a silver dollar of each other. Nice.
What are you laughing about?
We got the Kirkmeyer flip is flying now. Keanu Reeves he'd be like, wait a second.
Call it the Kirkmeyer kick.
Who is this gal?
Yeah, right.
Some of the claims that the other candidates have made, you have had a track record in the past of siding with Democratic policies.
That's not what happened. That's not what's going on. Working across the aisle, I will do it if that's what I need to do to get things done for the people of the state of Colorado. I am pro-Second Amendment. I am pro-Constitution. I am the only candidate in this race that has actually cut regulations, that have cut taxes. I led my county to zero debt. I cut property taxes. I've balanced budgets. I know where the waste is. I go find it. I cut it out. I've actually cut programs. I can point to a record of conservative values where I have made a difference. And no one else in this race can do that. No one. Scott Bottoms can't do it. Certainly Victor Marks can't do it. Weiser and Bennett, man, they're off. They can't do it at all.
Fair
that's out of control.
Gotcha.
But that doesn't call for somebody to say, well, I'm going to have my dog bite you. That's outrageous to me as well, you know?
It just so happens that there's a young man by the name of Nick Shirley that will be visiting Colorado at the end of this month.
Yeah.
If he's going to come to Colorado and he's going to start looking into some stuff, where would you recommend someone like him start? All right.
It's going to be
Nice to
talking
see
trash
you
about
here.
Micah the entire time in the mic.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Just bring it on, Teddy.
All right.
Just remember, at some point, we got to get on the mat.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
You'll take me on the mat.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Daily Carry Podcast, episode 98. Today we have another episode, the final installment of the Gubernatorial Shootout Series. We're here with Barbara Kirkmeyer, and we're excited to have another episode with her. She's been on the show before, but today we're going to have a little bit of fun on the range. How you doing today, Barb?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Thank you for coming out to the range, and thanks for being a guest with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's
Absolutely.
beautiful out here.
It is a beautiful day. Thanks as always to Teddy Collins for opening up his range for us today and being our range officer.
Yes.
We're going to have a good
And
And
episode
my
today.
instructor.
And instructor.
Yes.
Range officer, instructor, all in one. How you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing great. I'm waiting for Barb to outshoot all the guys.
Yes,
well,
that's the goal today.
It's
is
going to be a
to
long
see.
wait.
We're going to see if Barb can outshoot the boys.
Yeah. No.
I have high hopes.
Okay, great.
All right. We'll warm up first and have a little bit of fun, and then we will chat a little bit between shooting, and
Okay.
we'll have some fun today.
All right, that sounds great.
Let's get to it.
Remember,
Okay.
all the bullets go that way.
Yes.
All right.
No Dick Cheney moments out here.
All right.
Yes. Or Tim Walz.
Yeah, or that either.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what kind of gun is this? What did you bring, Barb?
It's a
It's
DWX.
Teddy's gun.
It's
and
it's
got
a
purple on it.
DWX, Dan Wesson DWX.
There you go.
There you go. We'll let Barb say that, so it sounds like it came from her.
Beautiful.
It's a DWX with
It's
a
a
purple handle.
DWX.
A Dan Wesson DWX.
See?
It always points downrange.
Yes. All right.
Barb, you a big 2A proponent?
I am. I'm a strong proponent. I'm not a big shooter. I don't
She's
do
more
lot
of a
gun
22
stuff.
rifle shooter on the ranch
Oh,
type
okay.
person. Yeah, we did a little brief lesson just to get her familiarized, but she can shoot a rifle very well.
Oh. Well,
These some strong springs.
I do all right.
Barb, I'll take care of the loading. I don't want
Okay,
you. I don't want you to hurt your thumb.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey,
I had to help.
Did you
Scott
hurt your
load
thumb?
his magazines
So
too.
yeah, let's look
Is that
at
an
let's look
inside
at the
joke?
camera. Hey Scott, I'm going to help Barb load her magazines too.
There you go. Yeah, it's
Thank
true.
you.
It's
Thank
true.
you.
Uh,
Of course, I never said I could outshoot anyone.
Yeah,
I just want to be
that's
very
true.
clear on this. I never said I would outshoot the boys.
Also, in all fairness, Victor had his mags preloaded by all of his staff.
Oh, well, there you go.
Did he really?
I have no idea. I'm just
Okay,
making that
you're
up.
just messing around. Okay.
I'm just hoping he's watching.
I was about to say.
I'm trying to do my
I
daily
was
show.
about to
I'm trying to
say.
do my daily show part right now.
How many are we putting in there?
I'm going. I'm going to load this puppy up for you.
Okay.
So, that is a nice
It
nice
is a
gun.
nice
Do
gun.
you realize that's a That's about half the cost of your car.
Nope, I
Maybe
did not
maybe
realize that.
maybe a quarter.
It's not that much.
Come on.
Maybe about.
No, I didn't
It
realize
ain't
that.
as much as that staccato he's got on his hip, but
Did you lube that thing up?
What's that? You want
Oh,
me
he
to get
doesn't
it?
have the staccato on his hip.
No.
oh, he doesn't.
I've got a pocket Beretta
Oh,
too.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Am I the only one who's going to shoot first, or we're all shooting?
Oh, I'll take care of those.
Yeah, it's
sir.
about a $3,500 build.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
So it is a quarter of your used car.
So you put these on.
Honda Civic.
There you go. Rack that slide, just like we did yesterday. Perfect. She's ready.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a second. Did you say she was here yesterday?
Not yesterday.
Oh,
Not yesterday.
okay.
The other day.
The other day. Okay.
The other day.
All right.
We did an hour or two.
All right. Very good.
Get her familiarized.
I like
Am
it.
I the only one who's going to shoot?
Well, for now, you're going to
Oh.
shoot first, and then we'll shoot right after.
All right. And we're going to edit this if I hit like a hill or something.
Yeah, we're going to make sure you look good.
Okay. All right.
This might be the highlight of your campaign trail.
I'm sure it will be.
I have a feeling it's going to be.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just thinking, what are my grandkids going to say when they see this?
When you're ready.
Okay.
All right.
Sounded like metal to me.
That was good.
That was good.
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Put a few of them downrange, Barb.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Work on that trigger reset, Barb, that we talked about.
Find that front sight. There you go.
Dead center.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bring
Now
that.
we're
Bring it
cooking.
back up.
Thank you for
Nice.
all the
Finger
help.
off the trigger.
There
Am I
you go.
doing okay?
Finger off the trigger.
Finger off the
Doing
trigger.
awesome.
Yep. Index.
There you
There you
go.
go.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah. 2 for 2. That was impressive. Shot the target and it went in the box.
It went in the box?
Yeah.
The brass did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh, she's starting to have fun now.
Yep.
Nice.
Very
She's gonna
good.
Get warmed up.
I know.
Finger off
but I
trigger.
gotta keep my
Finger
thumbs
off the trigger.
together.
There you
Finger
go.
off the trigger.
Oh, finger off. Yeah. Watch
Oh.
that
There you
finger. Right.
go.
There you go. Index
Thank
that thing.
you. Thank you.
There you go.
Nice.
We're out.
Out.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Nice.
Right.
Well done.
Very good.
I only missed once?
I didn't
Only
see you
missed
miss
once.
anything.
Yeah.
No, I
no
hit over
evidence of
there.
You want some beer, Pro?
No, this is actually my favorite.
Okay.
This is
All
more
right.
deafening than that. Believe
Is
it
it
or not.
really?
Oh yeah. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what are we gonna do?
No, I
Your
got-
turn?
I just don't want you to. I just
got
don't want you to
three.
say. What'd
My
you say,
turn.
Teddy?
I got 3 of them over there.
Is that thing supposed to move?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cheap ammo. That's what it is.
So
It's not
the
big enough.
idea is blue guy, right? It's supposed to be hostage scenario.
Yeah.
So blue guy's the guy you want to hit.
Well, yeah, but I
Oh.
thought, is it swivel or no?
So you
No,
just
this-
killed
this
the
one
Oh,
is
that's
hostage.
what
not
I was.
swivel.
I
This
thought
one-
it was reactive.
Yeah. Usually we put the front one black because you don't want to shoot the black plate, and then you hit the yeah.
Ah.
But-
Okay.
So you just killed the hostage. Is that what happened?
No.
Kinda.
Did I? No. No, the blue guy's the guy that you're trying to shoot, right?
Yeah. Blue guy's bad guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
blue guy's bad
Blue
guy.
guy's bad guys. If you're
Okay,
hitting
so
blue guy,
the
you're
other
good.
day I killed the hostage.
That's right.
Or,
Something like that.
lamed him.
In Die Hard, I think they said 20% were expendable, and the
What's
other
that?
FBI guy said,
Goodness,
"I'm
huh?
good with that," as I recall. Right before they blew the roof.
All right.
All right, can I go hot for a second?
I'm gonna shoot to your right.
You are.
You shot the
Show off.
hostage.
Yeah, I was shooting the white
Just
targets.
grazed his biscuits.
I was shooting the white targets.
All right, Barb, you want to make it a little bit harder?
Do I want to make it harder?
Try to shoot those little guys.
Oh, I
Get 'em
can't
to
hit
spin?
those.
I don't think she's there yet.
Well, you can
I
try.
tried those the other day. No,
you can
I
try,
tried
and then
them.
we can edit only the ones that you hit.
Then you're gonna edit out everything.
How about this? I'll be on the other side of the camera.
We'll make it look like she's shooting.
Every time she pulls the trigger, you're going to hear metal, and Scott's going to be like, "What is going on?"
Could we do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
We could also make her.
I'll give it a try, but I'm not guaranteeing
I think we should
anything
put
here.
we should make her look like John Wick this whole video.
Absolutely.
Just speed everything up to 1.5
Yeah.
speed and like she's running.
Cause
We
I
need to get
hit-
her,
I
we
hit
need
the
to get her to
target
do
pretty
a
good,
magazine
right?
flip for sure. That would be sweet.
magazine
just,
flip?
Just get her to do the magazine flip
So-
out.
I used to do the magazine flip, and then instructor reprimanded me on it. He's like, "No, don't do that. Use your pinky to strip the mag." But it is what it is.
You don't throw it out?
With a 1911, it gets stuck. So usually I do
yeah.
the pinky method now, but I used to do the flip out.
It looks so much cooler.
It does look cooler, and you
And
can
we
hit
want to
somebody.
make Barb look like
I used to do
Jane
the
Wick.
You can definitely hit a
I
range
used to
officer with
do
the
the
mag,
flip
which
out
is a
with
lot
my
of fun in
hair.
competition. Just to,
I could do a flip out with my hair. I'm good with that.
There you go.
Tatiana Godard that came and shot with us.
Yeah.
When she was on.
I
from
know
the set.
Tatiana, yeah.
Yeah, she was doing mag flips the other day. Were you
Yep,
watching that?
it's a Terran tactical thing.
Oh, it's absolutely
Yeah.
turn tactical. But she was actually having a lot of fun with it.
I'm
It-
sure.
it was-
Yeah,
it was a
it
good
honestly does make a good projectile
Yeah.
over there. You know.
Well, in the Rundown with The Rock, did you ever see that movie?
I did. I remember.
Remember when he threw the mag across the floor? He ejected across the
Yep.
floor, and the guy slid across the floor and stepped on it.
What they're talking about is when you're out of ammo, is just, I can't do it with the Beretta, I tell you that. Nope, can't do it with the Beretta. 1911 I can, but not a Beretta.
Those ones it'll work perfect
So-
because it's got the
Okay.
base plates.
Let me see. So what do you do?
So while you're holding it with one hand,
Oh, one hand?
yeah. So since you're at slide
Okay.
lock, it's perfect. It's safe. So the button to mag release is here,
Yeah.
and all you're gonna do is
Try
while
this
you're
thing, man.
here,
I
you
think this
just
is the
go
most
like
accurate
this.
gun I own. Not even kidding.
Okay. Let me try it.
That on iron sights than I
Okay,
can
one
with any
hand.
other gun, man.
So-
That's why I have iron
Oh,
sights
wait, you
only
gotta
on
push
it.
down
but-
at the same time?
Yep, and then just flip
What's
it out.
that?
I use
Yes.
iron sights.
I know.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm
Oh, the
saying. You
little
should try
That's
it.
okay.
Now with the
We're
little
gonna make it.
league.
We're
Super
gonna
high
get good
vis,
at it, and then
trigger's
we're
awesome.
gonna make it look awesome.
Reset's
All
really
right,
You look
good.
like an
I will,
operator.
I will aspire to be good at my job,
Just a good
being a
looking
state
gun, too.
senator.
It did a good job.
Hopefully
I
a
like the
governor,
finish, the
but
electric.
I don't know that I'll
yeah.
aspire to getting a flip out.
Satin.
That's
I can
okay. We're
flip
gonna
out my
make it
hair.
look like you're already a professional. Don't
Okay,
worry.
great. All right, that sounds
Nice gun.
There you
Nice.
go.
There you
we
go.
All right.
We got
Trigger
one.
off the trigger.
Am I done? Yes.
Yeah, it's off. Am I done?
I did. I got my finger over
You
here.
did a great
so-
job.
Okay.
You know how to put the safety on?
No, not really. I mean, he showed me, but
There.
thank you.
Now it's on safe.
Thank you.
All right. Your run. You excited?
I am.
You feel good?
I do feel good.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think it's
All right,
there's
Fun
been-
Battle
since I got
Supreme.
out of
Let's do it.
session, There's been a real momentum shift, I think,
Yeah.
because now I'm full time campaigning. Been traveling around the state. Been to Grand Junction, Pueblo, Tiller, El Paso, Greeley. You know, down south, wherever.
What are you hearing the most from people?
As
As far as wants.
far as I'm sorry.
As far as wants, like, here's what we want from our governor.
As far as wants, it's about affordability and safety, and then the roads. I mean, I do get a lot of comments from people about roads, and maybe it's because I talk about them and I talk about how horrible they are to drive on. But it was funny, even when we were in session and we were talking about there's a ballot initiative about fixing roads, and what's that buzz sound?
It's probably just these.
Okay,
that
all right,
better?
just making sure. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you can take them off while we're talking if you want.
yeah, that makes sense. Then I don't look as quite as goofy.
No,
But
you're good.
anyways, we were talking about the transportation stuff in the bill, you know, that has to do with fixing our roads. And it was funny because we were in the appropriations committee, and Senator Kolker, who's a Democrat, had just told me a story about driving home late one night, just in, like a day before or so, and he hit a pothole and blew out 2 tires. And I said, "See, that's the road."
That's the road.
So I get that from folks, but it's really it's just about the affordability, and it's just they're tired, like they've had enough. We're going the wrong direction, and everybody's feeling it. And
Sure.
it's not just Republicans. It's Democrats, and it's the unaffiliates and independents.
Yeah.
They're just saying, look, enough's enough. We're going the wrong way. We can't afford to live here. We're worried we're gonna have to move. You know, are we gonna have a job? Can we afford our house? You know, and seniors are like, it's, you know, because I'm on the Joint Budget Committee. I hear a lot from people about the things that we talk about at the Joint Budget Committee, and even though they're not coming to fruition, you know, you have those discussions.
Sure.
And I've got Democrats who are saying like, well, we're gonna have to pause the Homestead Exemption Act. And then I'll get an email from like 1,000 seniors that
Sure.
say, you can't do that. I can barely afford to live in my home now, you know. And I'm like thinking, I didn't say I was going to do that. You know, that's not my plan. So
Sure.
it's that kind of stuff. So,
Understood.
yeah.
So the worst road in Colorado, in my opinion, is when you're coming over the Kansas line and you hit Colorado.
Oh, you
Have
saw
you-
that video too?
Well,
Have
I
you
haven't
been
seen
there?
it. I've lived it. I
Yeah.
mean, you're just driving. You're cha-chung, cha-chung, cha-chung. I mean, it just for about 100 miles, and you have to find a song that it's almost like a rap song. You just have to put that on rhythm and just go down the road, and get the feeling.
Well, I was driving out to Yuma, to a forum out there, or to a Lincoln Day dinner, I think what it was. And so I was on I-76. First I was on Highway 52, I-76, I think, the other roads that are out there, Highway 6, going all the way out, the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes was the smoothest ride. I was
right?
on a gravel road
Oh,
that the county maintained.
yeah.
Otherwise, it was like out there the whole way.
The roads
so I
are
thank the county
legit.
commissioners.
Affordability is legit.
Just feeling safe in their communities.
Immigration.
Some, the sanctuary city stuff and some about immigration. Sometimes, depends what's going on at a national level. You'll get a question or two that day. But not as much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really people are more, it's those issues that you talk about around the kitchen table.
Sure.
That you're trying to figure out for your family, how you're going to make your budget work for you and live within your means. And then you're wondering, well, heck, doesn't government live within its means? Or you hear about a new tax initiative or something that they're doing. It's just, the Democrats, like at the Capitol and stuff. And that's what people want to talk about. For the
I
most
think
part.
out of all the candidates on the Republican side, you definitely have the most knowledge when it comes to what the fiscal climate looks like in Colorado and different, finances
I
that,
would say on the Democrat side too.
well, probably in general, right? I think that
Yeah.
you're one of the most knowledgeable candidates, and this is also after the very first debate, where all three candidates were on
Yeah.
the same stage together, and you did amazing, by the way. You really
Thank
held your own, and you seem to be one of the only candidates that really, you really could articulate what it was to be the governor.
Yeah. Well, I was a county commissioner for 20 years. So, it was a total of 20 years. I did 8 years, went and worked for the Owens administration, became an executive director, and then went back to county commissioner because it's a great job. I mean, it's not just a job. You really get to serve the people that elected you and that maybe didn't vote for you, but you really get to serve your constituents and get things done. And that's why I like that job. I mean, county commissioners are executives. They have legislative responsibilities and quasi-judicial responsibilities as well. So you do all three, and it's probably one of the elected offices that is most similar to being governor, because the governor is the executor.
Right.
He's in the executive branch, and that's what you are as a county commissioner as well. So,
Makes sense.
I had 20 years of experience of serving people, and just, it was a great job. I got to do a lot of really cool things for people, and the nice thing about being a county commissioner is you don't have to worry about the legislative branch. Excuse me. But you don't have to worry about the legislative branch because you are it. And so if you decide, guy, I drove on this road, or I heard from some constituents how bad it was and there's a huge pothole out there, you just go get, in my case, there had to be at least 3 county commissioners, but normally all 5 of us were on the same page. And we're like, go get that road fixed, right? And it's like happening the next day.
Yeah.
So if you want to change something, you can do it pretty much immediately.
Wow.
You've got to go through maybe a hearing and some votes, but you can do that within, public notice time, which is 10 days, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And get things changed and do stuff. And that's what I think, for me, that's what the governor needs to be doing. We need to be taking care of our constituents, getting that budget in shape, which I know I can do, and in a very short time frame, but really looking at how are we going to try and improve the lives of people who live in this state. That's supposed to be our job.
Speaking of all these ways to fix the finances in Colorado, it just so happens that there's a young man by the name of Nick Shirley that will be visiting Colorado at the end of this month.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be fitting to ask you, since you have the experience you do on the budget committee, somebody like an investigative journalist like Nick Shirley, if he's going to come to Colorado and he's going to start looking into some stuff, where would you recommend someone like him start?
It's in the Department of Healthcare Policy and Finance, which is where the Medicaid is.
Okay.
Because if we're going to find fraud there, we have found fraud there, and we've turned it into the Attorney General, and so did the department. So they were doing their due diligence. But I think there could be fraud there. But there's other places where, in other departments, that things have happened that should not have happened. For example, the whole Missy Woods case over in CBI in the lab, where she just fudged on, made up results on things with DNA cases. And now, that's, that was just intentionally breaking the law. So, going after it, and there's things like that they could find there. We did stuff we had the Department of Corrections, we meaning like the Joint Budget Committee, because we have in the legislative branch, we have the state auditor who audits the executive branch, audits those departments. So there is that difference there. It's not, the executive branch auditing themselves. But, you know, you're not going to find all of it, but we had audits done. And so like in the Department of Corrections, it wasn't fraud. It's just flat out not knowing what the heck they're doing. It's mismanagement.
Waste.
It's waste. But it's just really incompetence.
Is that why we're
It's
$1 billion
incompetence that
upside down?
Now, the billion, and it depends anywhere. It could be, 1.5, 1 billion, I mean, I can tell you right now, starting off next year's budget, we're going to have to go find $600 million because we did $600 million of one-time spending for programs that are ongoing. And you can't keep doing that. You've got to cut programs.
Sure.
And so what I liken it to is you've got kids, right? And you've got kids.
I've got kids.
Yeah, you have kids?
I have stepkids.
Oh, well, those are kids. I was a step kid. So, but it's like, the parents went out of town and they gave the kids the credit cards. They said, here you go. You've got credit cards, so you can go buy your food and buy gas and, for emergencies. And the kids go take the credit cards out and they max them out. Well, in our case, those kids are the Democrats, and they maxed out our credit cards on programs and things that we don't need, that are not core government services. And so what we're doing is paying off the minimum and not paying down, the principal and the balance of it. I mean, we keep getting a little bit closer, but not close enough. So next year, I got a credit card balance I already know of $600 million that we're gonna have to go find.
So
and we can find it. It's just a matter of priorities.
Right. So if you followed, I don't know how much you have followed, but of course you saw a major breakthrough in investigative journalism by Nick Shirley in Minnesota, and then now in California, with a lot of the financial waste that has been, not just waste, but blatant fraud that has been totally exposed. And he's also done the same thing on voter integrity, on the voter integrity front, election integrity. He's done a lot of work in California to show how people are able to just get people to vote and get signed up to vote without having to really prove anything. And there's people that are just assuming other people's identities. He just went the other day, knocked on somebody's door that supposedly was 126 years old. Knocked on her door. She's been voting for the past several
50
elections.
Some things, yeah.
And she doesn't know anything about it. So somebody's just assumed that identity and just been voting. And that's happening in California. There's other candidates and people in Colorado that would argue that Colorado could potentially be worse than California on the election integrity front. I'm curious what your thoughts are on how our election is run in Colorado and if you have any concerns on that in that regard.
I think we always have concerns. I mean, the thing is with our elections, a lot of people want to say it's the system, the Dominion system itself that's corrupt. And to me, it's people are corrupt, which you just explained. And so do we have fraud and corruption occur in our system? Yes, we do. We have people who will sign other people's ballots, and those get turned over to the district attorney. Do they find them all? Probably not, but I think they probably do a pretty good job of finding them all. At least I know in Weld County. I mean, our clerk, and there's a system, and you have people look at it, and if those signatures don't match or they don't go exactly right, they'll go through and they'll look at it again, and then they'll put it on a list that they'll send out a notice to the person whose ballot it was, and then it's, you can come in and cure your ballot. And if they find that, the signature is just way off, they send that over to the district attorney. And, I don't know how many cases they're sending over, like in Weld County or even throughout the state of Colorado. I mean, I didn't really get the number on that, but there are cases that go over there. But every election, you'll hear about curing ballots. And that's people like me and others who are running for office will say, okay, here's a list of people who got a letter that said you need to cure your ballot. And you go knock on their door. Teddy's pointing to him, saying he's one of those guys.
Every election, I get it. I've had 2 ballots that were thrown out as a result of my signature not matching. Now I have dysgraphia, so I have a sloppy signature, so understandable. But and the 2 that got thrown out, I didn't receive notice until after it was too late. So, fun stuff.
So, do I think people are corrupt? Do I think people figure out how to try and work around systems, all systems? Absolutely, that happens. But just to say flat out that it's Dominion, that's the problem, I don't necessarily agree with that, no. And I haven't seen any proof of that in Colorado, and no one's demonstrated a lot of proof of that either, or proof of that to me, that's happening. I mean, I went in, I talked to, I was a county commissioner, so it's not like I didn't talk to the clerk. It's not like we didn't, fund the election system and fund, even like the signature, there's a machine where you can put the ballots through to check signatures as well. And then they can also, if that kicks them out, then they have a human eye look at it. And if that kicks them out, and it looks really fraudulent, they send it to the district attorney. Otherwise, they put it on the cure list, and you've got to go cure your ballot, kind of thing. The other thing that we started in Colorado a few years ago was this ballot tracks. So you, as an individual, you can track your ballot. They'll track it for you. You just sign up for it. They'll tell you when your ballot's getting sent to you, so you know to go check your mailbox.
Yep.
Because do people steal things out of mailbox? All the time. That's why I have a lockbox. I live out in the country. You know, people were taking mail out of people's boxes, so that happens. So you know, you go and you get it, and you can get your ballot tracks. You can track your own ballot and make sure that your ballot gets counted. You'll know when your vote counted, because you can track it, and they'll send you a message. So there's things like that we have in place. But you know, I think there's always ways to improve our election system and to improve like our voter registration. I mean, you're talking to a person who goes and goes door to door to get signatures on petitions, you know, to get on the ballot. And man, I'm going through that list thinking this list needs to be purged. There might be 4 or 5 people on the list, and only 2 of them live at that household. And you know, you're going up to the list going, let's see, do I ask for John or do I ask for Chuck? You know, kind of thing. And you know, you're trying to figure it out. And they've gotten some better on that, but you know, there were, I think, laws passed a few years ago. You know, don't quote me on that, but I believe there was that didn't allow for you to purge the list as much as we used to, you know, like 20 years ago, kind of thing. So I think we've got to get those lists cleaned up, those voter lists cleaned up and purged. I think that's something that should be happening. And then I think to register, you should have to show ID.
Okay.
Because right now you're showing a utility bill maybe, and with
Yeah.
all the AI stuff we have, I mean, shoot, you can probably do an AI, you know, ID as well. But you know, our real IDs that we have to use here in Colorado, that you get through the motor vehicle department, those are the ones that you should have to show to get registered to vote. And I think that starts helping some of the stuff that's going on and helping to secure our elections even more.
Do you see any issue with mail-in ballots?
I think it's easy to go gather up a bunch of ballots. There's, you know, ballot harvesting, and I think it happens on both sides, quite frankly.
Okay.
I think the Democrats got really good at it. They figured it out, and they got really good at it. So I think, yeah, there could be some issues there, but at the same time, you know, back before we did the whole full mail-in balloting, we had where you could go get permanent absentee ballots. You know, we had like 85% of our people getting permanent absentee ballots so they could mail them in, right? So, I mean, I'm for early voting. I'm for, you know, longer days, more areas for people to go vote on, you know, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think trying to get away from mail-in ballots in this state, I don't think the voters would go for it. They've already told us, and you know, the people have already said, we like our mail-in ballots. We would like to be able to, you know, sit there, especially now. Good grief, we have these ballot initiatives and these ballot that are 3 and 4 and 5 pages long, and it's small print, you know, kind of stuff. So people need to, you know, and I don't blame them. They need to get their blue books, and they need to study those ballot measures, and they want to study who's on the ballot. So I don't know how we get rid of mail-in ballots. There might be a way that you can still mail out the ballot. People have time to look at their ballots and really study them, and then maybe when they turn them in, there has to be some kind of ID. But I will tell you this, I help out this friend of mine. She's 96 years old, and I'm her trustee and her power of attorney. She doesn't have a driver's license anymore. I mean, she hasn't for a long time, and you know, she doesn't need one, and you know, I can do all of her stuff for her. So what are we going to do in that case?
Right.
You know, I mean, does she have to get up and go in and do something? I mean, and she doesn't have an ID, so now what? I mean, she has a passport that we got her, but still,
Yeah.
you know, it's just, I think people like the convenience of being able to drop their ballot off or mail it in. I mean, I always drop mine off. I don't want to worry about the post office not getting it there in time, but, you know, I just think maybe there's a way to do some, you know, additional security. I don't know what that is, but I'm all ears. Let's hear what it is. People have a good idea and it works, and people don't feel like we're trying to suppress their vote, then let's give it a shot.
Well said.
Yeah.
I say we shut the country down for a day and allow everybody the opportunity to vote, and you hand deliver it.
And you hand deliver it?
You hand deliver it. You check it. Yeah, it's just how fast can you?
But why do we have to shut it down for a day?
Well,
If
because
you're hand delivering
it
why can't you hand
gives
deliver it?
people an opportunity to have a voting day.
Oh.
Just like you would have Memorial Day or Flag Day or something else.
We just make it in your opinion, probably get rid of early voting unless there's a reason to do early voting, and then make it a state holiday.
Make it a state holiday, and I think there's exceptions to the rules because you're going to have people like my daughter's overseas in the Straits of Hormuz right now. She's got to be able to vote. So you're going to have military, you're going to have certain
Absentees,
things
different
like
situation.
that.
Yeah.
But I believe you want to correct the corruption in the system because you got to go back in time. When did mail-in ballots start, and what has happened since mail-in ballots? Who's held office? I mean, look at the governor's run. For how long now?
For like 20 years.
There you go.
I will say
we had absentee voting
had
and absentee ballots, and that's what I'm saying. At one point, we had close to 85% of the people were saying we want absentee ballots, permanent ballots that we can just go vote on.
Yeah.
And you can send those in whenever. You don't.
I'm with you that people want convenience, but at the same time, people want integrity. And so we have a twofold problem. Do you want it to be easy and be corruptible, or do you want it to be authenticated and put a little bit of investment and time in it?
I would say I'm all for this. I'm sorry, this is separate,
please.
but since we're having the discussion, I'm all for mail-out ballots. I'm not for mail-in ballots. I think that you should have to physically turn it in with an ID to get your ID checked when you turn it in. But I like receiving it in the mail so that I can do my research in advance and stuff of that.
Yeah. I'm not talking about getting the information ahead of time. I'm talking about when you deliver it. This is me, Micah Richardson. Here's my ID. Here's my ballot. I have my day. I use my day. I don't mind standing in a line with other constituents talking about stuff. That's the way we used to do it when I was young. I mean, back in the day, you'd stand there, you'd wait, and you'd go in and do it, right? And so to me, it felt like it was patriotic. I'm doing something important for my county, my state, my country. Here I am. I hand it off, and I go, I voted. This is the one thing that I get that's my voice for sure. Outside of the First Amendment, this is also my opportunity to express that.
And not to be totally disagreeable here, but so if you're a elderly person in a nursing home and you can't go drop it off.
Yeah, well, there's exceptions to every rule.
Yeah, so
but I'm talking about the opportunity to authenticate a system as opposed to to
get it as secure as we possibly can.
Have you followed their Coomer case with Dominion at all?
A little bit, but not a lot. No.
Yeah, so
luckily Dominion sold, right? Aren't they owned by a conservative company now?
So this thing's manifested through time, but people would allege all day long that there are masterminds behind this stuff. Without getting into conspiracy theory, how do we investigate that? Well, one of the things, without even having to go down that rabbit trail, is to me, you hand it in, you have somebody there that's checking that thing. It's like being at the state assembly when we were there. Do you remember what happened at the state assembly? We were 80 votes off.
Yeah, what a mess.
Yeah, I mean, it was a disaster. And so we're talking 2,000 people, and yet 80 were off. And so, again.
So how do you work through that?
Well, you authenticate the 2,080 as opposed to just the 2,000. So the fact that the count was off just in a couple hour window at the assembly was very concerning to me. Yeah. Especially when you got the entire state now. And if we can't even get it right in the same room, then we have a real problem.
But weren't they doing hand counts?
Yes, but the authentication system prior to it was not done properly. Yeah. Again.
Yeah, they issued ballots to people who were not credentialed was the problem. Yes. There was 80 additional ballots.
So that was people causing the problem.
Yes, it was a mess. I mean, it started way late, and they didn't even have the ballots printed when we got there. Right. So there was printer errors. So fun stuff.
Yeah, I think the point is, I don't want to make the whole episode, but there's fixes. And I think one of the fixes.
And I think we should be open to hearing what those fixes are.
And then for me, it's handing it off.
Yeah, but we need to make sure that they are fixes, that you can make it work for everybody.
Sure.
Depending on what
the biggest thing is transparency, right?
Yeah.
Light of day disinfects.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I'm open to hearing what other good ideas people have. I mean, what thoughts do we have? How can we make that work? Right now we're in a situation though with one party control that it doesn't matter what election bill that we brought forward. And I know like Senator Lundeen, who's from down this neck of the woods this way, he carried a couple of election bills and they get killed in committee like that. Sure. So that's why it's so important we have a backstop called a governor in this state, so that we have that balance in government and that we have that check and balance, and that ideas can percolate their way through where we get to something that works.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's go bang lead.
Okay. I'll put these back on.
All right. That was fast. All right, here, let's reset it to go again.
Yeah, crud.
All right, that's good.
Oh, you got to get your blue one back? You want me to
I was just resetting it.
I'm going to need some more ammo.
All right. I'm on now, too. Now I know where I'm aiming.
All right. All right.
Okay, so who's winning?
I was checking my phone. All I heard was a bunch of pinging.
I heard some dirt.
Yep.
You heard some dirt? You heard ants screaming in the
Oh,
background?
we got one on the other side here.
That's okay. 3-3. We're good.
Who's red?
Which ones do you want me to get?
You just go right. I'll go left.
The right ones, and you do the left ones? Okay.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Go.
I don't know which ones I was shooting.
Oh,
We should do colors because I got confused about which ones were mine and which ones were yours.
Okay.
I'm going to go down and reset real quick.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, so if you end up with all blue on your side, you lose?
Basically, whoever ends up flipping the other paddles to the other side first.
Ah.
finding a position.
Oh,
My fight.
close. It was good. Nice.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
It's a whole story.
I got
That's
extra rounds left.
That's really cool.
Ooh, I got some splatter. Ah, I lost the
Oh,
last one.
dude. Last one.
So close.
Last one.
So close.
It's always how it is.
All right. Ready to shoot some paper?
Okay, sure.
Let's do it.
What kind of rock is
My
that?
wife has got me lined up.
This is
Thank goodness,
actually
after all this time she's
mammoth
been lined up
ivory.
for the
Oh.
eye thing.
Are you doing LASIK or?
Mammoth.
No.
ivory.
I'm doing the
It's
exam.
illegal
So
in
my
the state
wife,
of California.
her business partner,
Great.
is the
Well,
team doc for the
we're not in
Broncos,
California,
so I'm
thank
using
goodness.
Oh, doctor.
their vision.
Had the appointment go the
Yeah,
other day.
so I
saw your
bought my
post.
wife
we
a
have the
gun
results.
from the same manufacturer,
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
and
That's-
it's all
that's
rose
painful,
gold,
dude.
and then it
It's,
has
day
jade
5.
opal
You just kinda
grips.
go,
Oh.
Can't you
And
get
so
it back to me
she
next day? I mean,
bought me
geez,
this
what is
one
the
as a
wait? It's gotta be
surprise.
brutal.
later,
It's hard. It's hard.
and
for
she
her.
sent it back to the
So I hope
company
everything
with the
comes back the
custom
way it
gold
should, man.
nitrate and
I
then
hope
the
it does.
custom mammoth
Yeah, I
grips,
don't like to
and
see it.
these ones
Well,
just
I
had
was
a lot
reading-
of
I was
those
reading about
colors
this
in there
new
that
trade
really
that
just
just
tie everything
Literally
together
patented
really
Ah,
well.
that's great.
last week. Have you
So-
seen this thing?
No.
It's good.
They
It's a fun
created a
gun.
virus that
Okay,
attacks cancer
we're
cells.
heading over
They
there?
inject the virus
Yeah, I'm
into
gonna
your
load
body,
you up some
and
bullets
it
in the
goes
Southern
after
magazine,
the
too.
bad.
Okay,
What is it,
thank
white
you.
blood cells?
carry
Is
it
it the
for
white
you.
ones?
That's
Yeah.
usually how it travels.
It goes.
We're
It goes
definitely gonna
after
get you doing
those,
the wick
destroys those,
That's
and
what it's
it
called.
multiplies
We're gonna
faster than
get
the
you
cancer
doing that
does
over
to
there.
eat
It's
the
gonna
be
cancer
awesome.
cells. So they
Interesting.
believe that it's a cure for cancer. Yeah, is what they said, but we'll
Yep.
see. We'll see.
Uh-huh.
Well,
It's just like
80
that, huh?
years in recent.
We're gonna be for the first. We're gonna shoot 10 rounds. This is called one ragged hole. So we're trying to get 10 rounds as close to that red dot as possible.
Okay,
All right.
okay,
You are going to be awesome.
okay.
I have nothing but faith.
All right. So I go first and then you're going to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Remember how to. Yeah. There we go.
So am I too? There it is.
Good.
There you go, Barb. Didn't get that far.
Good. Now we're gonna do that wick flip.
Oh,
It's slide locked, so now you're gonna just do it. Flip it over to Meg.
It's tough on this guy to do it.
Hey,
Single stack
There.
1911's easy.
I got it out.
Barb, that was good shooting.
But
that
pretty
was awesome.
decent?
That was good shooting. Yeah.
I'm still a little low
Hey,
though.
if that was a human head, you're in the nose and the mouth on every shot.
Yeah, I'm going to shut him up.
You're going to shut them up. They're going to stop talking.
Yeah.
No, that was good. Good job.
Good. All
Good
right,
job.
now you're going to show me how it's done?
Probably
and,
not.
And you put one down in the clavicle.
I want to see
just
this.
for
I
good.
want to see this wick clip or wick flip here.
From this 1911. Okay.
That's a windy, ragged hole right there.
That was 10 rounds. Here's the wick flip right here. Ready?
Nice. Hey, that was very good shooting considering that target was moving the
I
entire
know,
time.
right?
That was
What?
great.
You want me to
Am
show
I
you how
fine?
this is done,
Your
guys?
turn?
That was great. Yeah, sure. Why
Oh,
not?
there it is.
Yeah, here it is. That was good. That was nothing but a moving. That was nothing but a moving target the entire time.
Now, Barb, you're going to have to let me build you a gun just like that, okay?
Yeah. All right. You have to what?
Ooh, good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think the
It's
wind helped
fun
you.
when the wind is doing this.
I think the wind helped you there.
It might
actually.
have. It did blow it over on that one shot, didn't it?
Mine doesn't look
I
too
feel like
bad.
Yours
compared
looks
to
Show
great.
you guys how this is done.
You got to realize
What?
if you
I feel
were
like I should show
literally
you guys how
stopping a
this is
threat,
done.
You probably should.
you were right
got
here.
him?
You
Oh yeah.
embarrassed us, man,
And at that
on our own
distance,
show.
that's about where you'd be stopping a threat. They were closer.
I'm joking.
So, in all fairness, that's what we would instruct to.
Okay.
So, if you were doing picture a silhouette, you'd be in the human heart
Yeah.
on every shot.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in
That's
that
good.
Yeah. So that's
Vitals
fine
hit.
shooting.
Aim for the big part.
That's fine shooting. Yeah.
Okay, good.
You did good. That's really good. So this next one we're going to do.
Well, this one though.
That's
got a little
okay.
low.
Well,
okay.
you
That
just
little
wanted to
guy there?
That was
displace
the
his
wind.
clavicle.
Don't
That
worry
was
about
the,
that
that
little
was the
guy.
wind.
Don't worry about that little guy.
But that's going to help you for the next one because the next one we're going to shoot 6 shots and we're going to try to hit all of these if we can.
Okay.
Little
Okay.
guy, don't worry about that
Yeah.
little
Don't worry about that little guy.
We're doing the cup test
In fact,
today,
that's
right?
a really good shot into that little.
So
We're
I've
doing
already
the
got
cup-
one
the
done.
bulletproof cup test
Yeah.
today, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, that little grouping right there on the moving target
It's
is fine.
a good grouping. Yeah,
It's perfectly fine.
it's good. Yeah,
Good. Good.
it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight grouping.
I mean,
a little low.
I realize you know
That
the-
low left is again shot anticipation. I've been working. Stance is getting there. Yeah, she needs to push out a little bit.
There we go. Good.
Good job, Barb.
Not bad for an hour.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There you
There
go.
we go.
She did it.
There's the Kirkmeyer flip.
Yeah.
Doing good, Barb. Doing good.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
What are we
Now
doing
we'll-
next?
Now we'll see.
Now we'll see.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Horrible.
Uh-oh.
Drifted. I was starting to get a little too confident there.
It's still fine. Still fine shooting.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
Oh, I blew the 6th one.
Almost.
Can I blame it on the wind?
Yeah.
Can I
It's
blame it
always
on the
that
shift?
last shot.
Or
That
whatever.
was the wind.
Let's go look.
Should have
Let's
been
go
should have
look
been
at
6 for 6.
That little guy.
Oh. Well, mine were all right here.
Yeah. That's good.
That's pretty good.
Can I just
Look
can I
at
just punch
yours.
this Meg? Am I allowed to just like punch a?
Pretty good. Well, that was fun.
We got one more left. We're going to shoot 2 and then 2. So 2 in here, 2 in here.
If I had known
Okay.
Scott.
Load you
Heck
up.
if I know.
Thank you.
I don't want to. That's her target, right in the middle.
Hers is
How
in
long
the
did it
middle.
take
Yeah,
you to
don't
learn
hit
how
And
hers.
to
y'all
shoot
don't
that
keep
Use
down?
y'all's.
Jared's. He didn't hit anything.
Y'all don't keep y'all's,
Well,
right?
I've been shooting
Okay.
since I was a kid.
About the same
Yeah.
for. Well,
Thanks, Teddy. You're making my target way better.
Yeah.
All right.
That was good grouping, Teddy.
decent.
You made Jared's target look good.
I
all
haven't
of a sudden.
shot iron sights in
Yeah.
like 2
Why
years.
didn't you shoot at mine?
Because you're signing yours.
Oh.
You're the only one that gets to shoot at
no.
yours, ma'am.
Oh no. You didn't
This
tell me
is
that
going in the
part.
hall. This is going in the halls of the Gold Dome at some point.
Oh, great.
There you go.
Good.
Very nice.
Good.
Nice.
Now shoot that top one.
I think she's aiming for the middle.
I am perfectly
That's a
okay
good,
with
that's
that.
a good grouping.
Good.
That's a good
Good.
grouping.
That is very well done, ma'am.
That's good.
Got them all on that one. Okay.
Those are all within almost a silver dollar of each other. Nice.
What are you laughing about?
We got
awesome.
the
That's
Kirkmeyer flip is flying now. This is going to go YouTube viral. You watch.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Keanu Reeves is going to be like, wait a second.
Call it the Kirkmeyer kick.
Who is this gal?
Yeah, right.
Oh, bump
Oh, my
fire.
goodness. Not sure what just happened.
Which one you shooting?
What?
Which one you shooting?
I thought I hit both of them. I did. I hit both of them. You didn't see that?
Uh-huh.
I did. I hit both of them.
All
You
right.
see? It's hard to see this one because it's messed up. You see? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Sure.
You see that? It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, Teddy. I don't own a gun
Okay,
store.
here, hey. You come here.
Okay, you want me to do it?
Yeah, come here.
Let me get my gun. I don't have a holster today.
These are
Let's
unblemished targets.
what are we doing?
You're doing what he just did. 2 and 2.
So what am I doing? I don't know what he was doing.
So the 2 on the right, top 2 on the right, so 2 and 2.
Okay. 2 rounds, 2 rounds.
2 rounds, 2
Or
rounds.
you could just do all of them on the bottom one.
Well, Barb put all of them within the silver dollar, so good shooting, Barb.
So right side.
Right side, my target.
You want me to shoot your target? Okay.
Yeah, blow the
Okay.
wood off the
You
back.
can get closer if you need to.
I want to see some shrapnel come off the back of this thing.
All right. So
2 and 2.
Two top, 2 bottom.
Yep.
Got it.
Oh,
shit.
oh. Moving target. Oh, that's hole in hole.
Oh my gosh.
There you go.
I was about 5 seconds faster, though.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, buddy. Let's get the shot timer out.
Oh,
Let's get the
I feel
shot
some
timer
Scott
out.
Bottoms coming on here all of a sudden. People starting to talk.
Scott Bottom said he could outshoot everybody. I think that included you.
No, me too. You know, Scott.
He said
I don't
everybody.
Know. I
Said
don't
the
know.
sheriffs, everybody.
He could?
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this
That's what
way.
he said, with
When
his
Teller- when
rose-colored
the Teller
pink-
County Sheriffs needed someone to go shoot skeet and trap with them this Friday on their team as an extra to actually be the ringer.
And they called
They
you?
called me.
Oh.
They called-
Well,
They should have called me. You should have shown them me shooting the skeet with the sawed-off shotgun.
Clearly, he's done this before.
That was bad. Oh, you hit it. Hey, he hit it. Oh God, man. Hey,
Oh.
that was
See what I
dead on.
mean?
What? He's
what
been
I mean?
practicing. That was pretty hot. That was pretty hot, man.
so Scott Bottom says he can out-budget me too. So hey.
Oh.
Okay, so if we're comparing his budget and your budget, I can tell you your budget is in line,
Yeah.
and his was scattered. He's got to reel in. He's got too
Yeah.
many departments that are spending freely right now,
Just a
Scott.
little- yeah, there we go.
You see that little circle over there, Scott?
Yeah.
Barb did that.
Yeah.
Let's go in and look at the results
Yeah,
and
Meg,
talk
come
about it.
get a close up on
I don't
the.
know what it is about those sights, man. Jeez, what is...
They're sexy.
Barb, you did really good.
Look at this.
Not bad.
This right here. This is the Department of Spending.
Yeah.
We're reining it in. We're getting it tight.
This is state government.
Here's what's out of
We're getting
control
it
are
out
the
of
roads.
control.
We got to
There
get this
go.
under control.
Yeah,
Nothing's
I know.
happening up there.
And I totally missed that, but hey, that looks pretty good. Better than
My
I
top
thought
one
I
was
would
a
do.
little off.
Hey,
I was trying
this
to-
is Teddy's target. This is what was happening the whole time he was shooting. But good, 2 and 2, one hole.
And
They
you
kept
just kept
flapping
aiming
around
for
on
the
me.
same spot. But you missed these two.
I did.
What
You see,
happened?
I hit just low right here.
That doesn't count.
Yeah.
It's not touching
I
the
don't know.
line.
It touched it.
He's going for the tape.
You need to come wrestle, Teddy.
I will come wrestle you so you can shame me, okay?
So, Barb, it looks like that there's a lot of standings that have you doing really well in the governor's race in Colorado right now. I'd like for you to just tell us where you think you're at, what you've seen on your side, what your team is saying, what you are looking at as far as metrics. How do you think you're doing in the overall campaign right now?
You know, I usually gauge it by the feedback I get from people that maybe don't really even know me, or if I'm out and about and they'll say something. And so the feedback's been great. I mean, the one-on-one stuff, well, I mean, I walked into a event yesterday that was a legislative wrap-up. And granted, it was up in Greeley, which is kind of my neck of the woods, but before I could even get in the door, I probably had at least 25 people come up and tell me and said, man, you did phenomenal in the debate, you won, you're great, we're voting for you, kind of thing, right? And, you know, there was a bunch of other comments with regard to the debate, you know, about how crazy it was and kind of bizarre it was, and it was. Not so much for me, but it was. But, you know, and even like when I was in Pueblo, I went to the Pachyderm Club, you know, and they usually have like 20, 25 people, and the room was packed. And there were young people in the room. You know, the Pachyderm Club is usually elderly Republicans, and there were a lot of young people in the room. They're like, we came, we heard you were going to be here, we wanted to hear what you had to say. And there were people who had told me that they'd actually carried petitions for Victor Marks, and they no longer supporting him anymore. So, you know, I've been getting a lot of that, a lot of really good feedback, and, you know I know I did very well in debates. I know my stuff. I didn't go off in, Wonderland and Crazyville, and I think I did very well, and I think that it was demonstrated there, and a lot of people saw it, and they're saying they're going to vote for Barb Kirkmeyer. So it feels good. Just watching social media, and I've been endorsed by Bill Owens. In fact, I'm the candidate that was endorsed by Bill Owens a long time ago. And, he's been a friend of mine, but I also worked for him, so he knows what I can do. But I've also been endorsed by the Denver Gazette, the Colorado Springs Gazette, the Grand Junction Sentinel didn't actually endorse me, but they did kind of like anti-endorsements and said, don't vote for those other two. But, Barb's the person who can get the job done, who knows how to do the job, and she has a track record that, is, no one can compare to it, kind of thing, on either side. So I'm feeling pretty good,
Awesome.
It would be great to win this race and this primary, and then go on and win and be a governor and be a backstop for the people of the state of Colorado and get our state turned around, get us back on track. It's important.
I think it's fair to say you're the least controversial Republican candidate, I'd say.
Well, I would just say I'm not bringing the drama, or the theatrics. I'm just a common sense, mainstream conservative. I like, my opponents like to try and paint me as other things. I know, Victor Marx likes to keep saying, well, I'm an outsider. And I'm like, well, actually, you're in politics right now. But, he likes to call me a career politician. And, my response to that is when people ask me out, not at the debate, but when people are asking me, like, well, okay, you've been in for a long time. And I'm like, yeah, look at my track record. I've done a great job. But, but you say so myself, I try to be as humble as possible. But here's the thing. When you're in politics, unlike other people's jobs, do you have to go back every 4 years and get rehired for the job? Do you have to go re-interview for your job and talk to your bosses and say, hey, I'm still the person for the job? Because in politics, that's what we do. Right. Every 4 years, I got to go back out and get rehired by the people who are either in my district or, in this case now, in the state of Colorado. And I've been very successful at doing that, and it's because I do deliver. When I don't necessarily make promises on the trail, but I have a vision, I have a plan, tell them this is where we're going, this is where I think we should go, this is who I am. I don't dodge forums, I don't duck questions, I tell them this is it. And I can justify where I'm at, and if you don't agree with me, that's fine. We're not going to agree on everything, but I'm being honest, that I'm being truthful, and when I'm telling you I'm going to get to work for you in the state of Colorado, I'm going to get to work for you in the state of Colorado. So.
What would you say to some of the claims that the other candidates have made and some concerns that some voters have voiced that you have had a track record in the past of siding with Democratic policies?
I would say point me to where that exactly is, because here's what I know. I am pro-Second Amendment. I am pro-Constitution. I live to my oath. I keep my word. I've never compromised on the Constitution, never compromised on my constitutional values. I am the only candidate in this race that has actually cut regulations, that have cut taxes. I led my county to zero debt. I cut property taxes. I've balanced budgets. I know where the waste is. I go find it. I cut it out. I've actually cut programs. When I ran for state senator, I didn't run just to go down to the Capitol and make a point. That's not me. I can go talk as well as anyone else, obviously, but I didn't run just to go make a point and vote no on everything. I ran to go down and make a difference. And I can point to a record of conservative values where I have made a difference. And no one else in this race can do that. No one. Scott Bottoms can't do it. Certainly Victor Marx can't do it. Weiser and Bennett, man, they're off. They can't do it at all. But, working across the aisle, I will do it to do whatever, if that's what I need to do to get things done for the people of the state of Colorado so that we can have a prosperous life, so we have opportunities, so your kids, my grandkids, yours, that they have opportunities in this state. And that's what it is. And just because someone has a D behind their name or an I behind their name or a U behind their name doesn't mean that we shouldn't be working with them. I'm going to be a governor for everybody in the state, but I'm going to work with whoever I need to work with. You know who I am. I'm very solid. There's no secrets in my background about, what my record is. You can go back and look, and those conservative principles of limited government, of personal responsibility, of government only doing those things that you can't do for yourself, those are at the core of where I'm at, and so is the Constitution. So go look at my record. Scott Bottoms asked me the other day at a debate, well, are you closer to me or are you closer to the Democrats? And I'm like, I'm closer to you. and you need to go look at your voting record, because there are things you voted on, you voted no because somebody else told you to. Well, I happen to think for myself. And I go read those bills, and I go check them out, and I figure out what I can do. And there are some bills, like the budget. I know Scott's very proud of himself for voting no on the budget all the time. Well, great. You know what? Do you vote no on your own budget at home? Like, what happens when you do that? You have to spend money. There are things you have to spend money on, and it's the same thing in government. Now, Scott Bottoms ever voted to or passed a bill to get rid of taxes or to lower taxes? No, he hasn't. In fact, he's only passed one bill as a legislator. So that's what I'm saying. He goes down there, I guess, just to vote no on everything and to follow somebody else's direction. They're not there. They're not putting their reputation, their integrity on the line. I am. And so I read those things, I read those bills, and I read, I know they're like, they think you should vote no against the budget. They voted no on, some of these scorecard things that, said that we should vote no, they should vote no on my bill that cut property taxes. What? Why? You don't want your property tax cut? It's not cut enough for you, so I'm supposed to vote no? That's baloney. That is just baloney to me. And I don't live that way. I'm not an all or nothing person. If I'm in the minority and I can get incremental things done that are good for all of us, I'm going to go do it. So.
Got a little fiery there.
Say whatever you want, but anyways.
Awesome. No, I like it. I have but just one question that
Okay.
You've answered so many, and I've been watching a lot. Kyle Clark comes in.
Yeah.
And he does a debate. Victor comes in. He says, "I'm going to do debates." He finally shows up. He does the one, right?
He went back on one. He didn't keep his word.
True, but everybody that's watched the debate, my take on it was, it wasn't a debate. There were a couple questions that were thrown out that everybody got a chance to answer, and then everything was just a one-off slight. How did you feel about the debate? Like overall, from the perspective of how Kyle asked the questions, because it seems super inflammatory to me, as opposed to just asking good questions and allowing people to answer.
So I've done interviews with Kyle Clark before. I've done other debates with Kyle Clark before as well. And what I tell people who are going into it, like, if you're after me and I'm talking to you and you're a Republican, you're like, wow, how do you handle Kyle Clark? Like the same way you would handle anybody. Answer the question and answer truthfully. And Kyle Clark won't come after you. He may not like what you say. He may have a follow-up question, but he won't come after you. So what happened to both Scott and Victor? They don't answer the questions, or they go off and they answer the question they want to answer. And that's a tactic that people like to use. I do not. People ask me a question, I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to tell you where I was at. I'm going to tell you how I voted. Yes, I voted yes. I voted no. You may not like it, but I'm still going to tell you, and I can tell you why.
Sure.
Their problem is they went off. They went off on other tangents. They started saying other things. I'm sitting there watching, Kyle Clark and Scott Bottoms, for example, on the whole, the number of sheriffs that Kyle Clark contacted. And I just really kind of wanted to scream at that point. Like, you're both wrong, because Kyle Clark said something about 65. And I'm like, there are only 64 counties.
Yeah.
And there are 2 counties that are city and county. So their sheriffs are appointed. They're not even elected kind of thing, right? So I'm pretty sure he didn't contact Broomfield or Denver. But anyways, and then Kyle says, yeah, and 40 of them responded. 40 of them responded. And Scott's thing is, well, 15 didn't. And, and I'm like, no, that's wrong. Your math isn't math in there. But at the same time, how do you go there? 40 of them said, no, you're wrong, Scott. That's not what happened. That's not what's going on. Instead of saying, gosh, maybe I embellished a bit, or maybe I got my facts wrong, he keeps defending himself and keeps saying stuff that just keeps digging a bigger hole. And Kyle Clark just keeps taking him down that hole.
So your answer, if I'm hearing then, is don't rabbit trail, just answer the question and move on.
Exactly.
My question, the second question to that is do you think the tone and the attitude coming from Clark was proper for a debate? Because it's to me, again, I don't have a problem with anybody asking me a question. I'll sit down and talk to anybody about it. We could flatly disagree, and I'll sit down and conversate with you. I make a lot of videos about this very thing. The struggle that I have is when you're coming out, I get that you might be looking for the occasional gotcha moment, but there was a lot of inflammatory language used. And that's what bothered me from a moderator standpoint, because if you're sitting back and you're a constituent and you're really trying to understand something, and all you hear is the moderator bashing, which he did a handful of times, that bothered me. It's almost like you're not giving somebody an opportunity to answer a question because the question is framed in a way that is inflammatory to begin with.
You know, and that's sometimes that's what some journalists do. Sometimes I do that when I'm questioning people at the Joint Budget Committee because they've ticked me off, or because I think they're lying to me, kind of thing. And I don't know. You know, we're only human.
Sure.
And I think, yeah, Kyle Clark could have maybe been, you know, maybe less inflammatory, your word, but at the same time, he was using their words. And he was saying, you said this. You said you did this. You said this happened. And, you know, Kyle Clark does his homework. He does his research. So you need to be prepared for that.
Sure.
That's why I said, just answer the question, kind of thing. And so, I mean, you know, probably, but you could tell that I could tell, because I kind of do the same thing in the Joint Budget Committee with people when I think they're not telling the truth or they're not answering the question. You know, it's like, just answer the question. And I think that's where he got to, Kyle Clark got to kind of was answer the question. But that doesn't call for somebody to say, well, I'm going to have my dog bite you.
Yeah.
I mean,
fair enough.
that's out of control. And I'm sitting there next to a dog that has a little thing on him that says service dog. I mean, well, okay, service dogs aren't trained to bite. They're not aggressors. They're calmer downers. You know, they're going to calm down their person. And I'm thinking, is this really a service dog at this point? You know,
I kind of took it as tongue in cheek.
Yeah, well, I kind of took it as I need to take a step over because the dog's right next to me, and he
Fair
just
enough.
talked about the dog going to bite somebody, and that's outrageous to me as well.
Yeah.
You know, but answer the question. And you know what? You should be thinking about what you're saying when you're saying it, regardless of who you're in front of, because you never know who's going to hear you. But when you put stuff on your webpage, when you put out all these videos, when you put out all these little things that says, hey, you know, I know about all these pedophile rings, but I'm not going to tell you who they are until I become governor a year from now, maybe, never. You know, and you get questioned about it, you better be able to explain, because the story's changed. And it happened with Victor Marks. His story's changed. He hasn't saved 45,000 people, children and women, but he put it on his webpage, and then he says, well, that was inaccurate. And it's like, well, you put it up there. It's like, you know, you just got caught. That's what happened to them. And Kyle Clark I could tell he was getting agitated as well, because they got caught, and then they were trying to cover it, and he's like, no, tell us the truth. He wanted the truth, and he wasn't getting it.
Gotcha.
So
Thank
he got
you for
frustrated,
answering that.
I'm sure, and you know, he probably should have controlled it a little bit better, but you know, I answered the questions.
Sure. Just my observation from the outside in. Thank you.
Yeah,
That means
no,
a lot that you answered
I
that.
get it. Yeah, but I tell people all the time, I get it is answer the question. Answer the question. And then if he asks you it again, just look at him and say, you know, just pause.
Well stated. Thank you.
So, anyways, sorry.
No, it's good. It's
I mean,
you answered the question. Thank you.
I was very frustrated that night.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this has been one of the most bizarre, most disturbing elections I've been in, campaigns that I've been in. I mean, we've never gotten there. I mean, I went into the Grand Junction Sentinel the Monday after the Kyle Clark interview with Victor Marks. And, you know, I'm sitting there and we're talking about policies and we're talking about things and why did you get into the race and how did you get into politics and all those questions, right? And we're going and we get to the very end, and then it's like, so just got to ask you. I'm like, okay. You know, I'm thinking, what's he going to just ask me? So have you ever killed anybody? Seriously? You know, and sometimes, sure, it's kind of funny, but at the other point, it's kind of absurd that I'm in a campaign and I'm getting asked if I've ever killed anyone. And it's because of one of my opponents who couldn't answer the question. I mean, what the heck? That's what I mean. This race it's gotten crazy. So, you know, I'm just trying to stay in my lane, answer the questions, let people know who I am, and let them know I'm going to go to work for them and serve them and do a good job at it.
So in finishing this episode, Barb, first of all, we want to make sure that people know where to find you and how they can come along, learn more information, and support you on your run for governor here in Colorado. Where can people find you?
So I am at kirkmeyerforcolorado.com, or you can also find me on social media platforms, Kirkmeyer for Governor, Kirkmeyer for Colorado, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. You can find me at all of those.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then last question here is, which candidate do you think that's in the gubernatorial race on the Republican side right now, which candidate do you think has the longest coattails to be able to help the party as a whole?
I think it's me. I'm obviously, I mean, I am qualified for it, and I've governed before and I know how to govern, but I also have leadership skills, and I don't have all these things that I'm keeping from people. I'm willing to answer your questions, talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. Like I said, I don't duck out of forums or dodge questions, any of that kind of stuff, and we'll be stronger at the top of the ticket if I'm up there.
Well, if you've enjoyed this episode, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode with somebody. And we end every episode with prayer. Would you like to say that prayer, or would you like one of us to say that prayer?
I would love it if one of you did.
All right, Micah, you're
I got
up.
it.
Okay.
All right. Father God, thank you for a wonderful day. Really enjoyed having time with Barb. We wish her Godspeed and success in this endeavor to lead our state. It is ever so important. We would ask that you would watch over and protect all of the people that are running, regardless of stance, because we are all citizens here in Colorado, and we need to make Colorado a better place. We also ask protection over our men and women on the front lines, protecting us both overseas and on soils here in America. Keep them safe in their daily battles and all they face. This is in your son's name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Barb.
Thank you so
Barb.
much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely loved today. This
you.
was fun.
Me too.
And good shooting.
I know.
That was good stuff.
I shouldn't say I know, but it was good.
It was good.
It was a good
It
day.
was very
That's what
good.
I'm saying I know about.
I'm going to do a close-up for Scott.
You did okay, Teddy. That was okay shooting today.
We're going to get a running competitions here in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
We'll
Good
just get you to
stuff.
sign your
Okay.
target before we
That'd be great.
finish up here.
I carry a gun 'cause this world's gone cold. A knife for